Hi, and welcome to the Bible Tribe. Word of the day. I'm Denise Pass with Seeing Deep Ministries, where we see deep in a shallow world and overcome the battles of the mind with the Word of God. What do you do when you're facing trouble? It can be easy to want to run to friends to hear their sympathies, and that's okay. But those who cry out to God find the answers they need. We're reading today in the book of Psalms 28 through 30, and the verse of the day is Psalm 28:1. To you, O Lord, I call, my rock. Be not deaf to me, lest if you be silent to me, I become like those who go down to the pit. The word of the day is call. It is the Hebrew word kaw-raw. This word means to cry out, proclaim, plead, to summon. Psalm 28 is a prayer of David and a praise for God's answer. David's crying out is an example of what prayer can do. If anyone knew troubles, it was David. Time and again, we identify with the psalmist as he experiences life and is authentic about his need of God. Sometimes it takes hard times to bring us to our knees in prayer. We can get lulled into a sense of relying on self in this life, but God invites us to do life with Him by crying out to Him and relying on Him. And God invites us to seek Him for wisdom and to pour out our heart to Him. If we liken our relationship with God to our relationship with our spouse or a closest friend, we couldn't imagine not talking with our spouse or closest friend about what we are struggling with, right? Crying out connotates a passionate, honest plea and relationship. David did not try to hide things from God. He was also humble enough to admit his need. I want to read from another psalm of David's, which shows this calling out to God again and the result for doing so. Psalm 116, verses 1 through 6. I love the Lord, for He heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy. Because He turned His ear to me, I will call on Him as long as I live. The cords of death entangled me. The anguish of the grave came over me. I was overcome by distress and sorrow. Then I called on the name of the Lord. Lord, save me. The Lord is gracious and righteous. Our God is full of compassion. The Lord protects the unwary. When I was brought low, He saved me. Return to your rest, my soul, for the Lord has been good to you. Like so many who have demonstrated calling out to God, Hannah, David, Paul, we see that doing so brings us perfect peace, even when the storms of this life rage and remain. Who do you call out to when life sends you painful curveballs? Not only should we cry out to God first, but we should also talk with friends who will point us to Christ and His perfect word that counsels us. Go with God and His precious word, friends. Join us tomorrow in the book of Job.